What is going on, guys? Today we beat the crap out of bosses with the sacred mod Gale Kick. That's right, so our build is pretty easy. On our melee is just going to be prime pressure point and then 2 more damage items, which is going to be spoiled strike and your ribbon for your melee. That's every mod that will work on Gale Kick, unfortunately. So there's nothing else I figured out that you can increase your damage with. But with those mods and Mirage's Eclipse, you can buff up the damage of that Gale Kick as well. I believe it should work with Rhino's Roar, and it should work with Nova's Molecular Prime. So in this fight, we're beating the crap out of Vor. It's pretty easy, he doesn't do that much, and he kind of stands still. It won't be the same for the other bosses though, and I'll kind of show you why. Some of you may think, oh, that's pretty easy, but actually it just doesn't work. So here we killed him, and pretty easy. Let's jump to the next boss. Alright, so Leg Krill is the next one I kind of beat the crap out of. This one's pretty interesting because it definitely is doable. You just have to aim all of your kicks around that backpack he's got on his back. It takes it takes a long time. That's kind of why I'm doing a double speed on this one. But after many kicks, guys, it does work, and you will pop up that little valve on his back, and then he starts smashing the ground with his axe or hammer or whatever. And you just keep doing the same thing. You just keep kicking his back until eventually he does transform into this final form thing or his fire stage, and then you just kind of kick it to death on that one. So this one wasn't that bad. It just took a bit of time, but definitely doable. So you guys can do this. For the Sergeant, this one's pretty easy. You just literally kick him in the head and then he's kind of dead. So not much to say about this one. Alright, up next we have our boy, the Salad V himself. This one's a bit tricky to kind of get through just because of how annoying his flashes are and the crowd control around. So, but once you get through that, you kind of just weaken Aloe V first. You get his health a bit low, and then after that, go for the dog, and then you just kill Aloe V right after. Up next, the Raptor. I honestly thought this was going to be a struggle just because of how fast the overshields regenerate. But in the end, you just kind of kick it just like every other boss so far. You keep kicking it, and then the overshield issue is actually solved with the Unairu class. When you equip that, you can actually reflect damage done to you. So when the Raptor shoots at you, it reflects damage back, and it buys you time because it's going to hurt those overshields. And it gets you enough time to fly back up there and just keep on kicking it. So definitely use Unairu. I had to use Unairu on this one so that I can just buy more time, or else overshields would have kept on regenerating by the time I get up there. The Hyena pack was another the Sergeant. You just kind of kick them and they die. Not much to be said on this one. Out of all the bosses you can actually beat with a Gale Kick, Tilreggers must have been the most frustrating and the most annoying boss fight I've ever done with Gale Kick. Because it's easy to kind of kill him with a gun or a melee, but if you're kicking him, it is so frustrating because he is teleporting just about everywhere across the map, and every time you miss, he just regenerates his overshields back. So every time you miss, it sucks. You have to restart over again from zero. And that's why Unairu is so important, because every time you miss, and let's say he hits you, then it buys you some time. Now, with that being said, the reflection damage isn't that much, so I don't want to count that against it, because most of the damage is coming from the Gale Kick. But in this fight, I was able to find a little hint as to how I did it, because walking around hitting him was kind of not getting me anywhere. So if you stand still, or maybe if you just stand still in this specific area, he starts coming at you longer, so he stays in the fight longer. Just in this area, or maybe if you just don't move, he does this. But when he was doing that, I was able to get a few more kicks on him and kind of make him go into his second phase. In the second phase, you just kill the enemies with Gale Kick, just like normal. Kill the Manics, kill the Bombard Manic, and then he starts charging at you more often than in the first phase. So the biggest struggle here was the first phase, because when that was done, it was a bit easier from there. Since he was staying more in the fight, he wasn't teleporting that much. But definitely, he is the last one that you can Gale Kick to death. And I'm going to go to the theoreticals now, because theoretically you can kill some other bosses as well. However, it's kind of close to impossible or very, very, very difficult. And let me tell you guys why. Ambulance is actually one that you would think you could beat with Gale Kick. You know, it's just another enemy you can kick to death. Well, not exactly, because the moment you kick him, or you Gale Kick him, he doesn't take damage. So, I'm not sure exactly why he takes no damage. My guess is it's going to be kind of like Kayla the Thame. Well, I'll show you guys here in just a minute. But Kayla the Thame can only take damage on her back. So I'm assuming Ambulance has a specific weak point where you can hit him with Gale Kick or the kick thing, but I haven't been able to figure out where exactly that is. So next one up is actually Kayla. So with this, you can actually beat her and kill her with Gale Kick all the way through. You just need to play Nova to use Molecular Prime, which will amplify the damage of your Gale Kick. And you're going to need about 100 to 200 energy plates. Because you're going to be running through a lot of energy, and you're going to need it really, really fast, or else she's going to get her overshields pretty fast. The nice thing about it is that Molecular Prime will slow down her regeneration on her shields, so that is pretty nice. But unfortunately, I was able to get through halfway on this fight with Nova until my recording crashed, so I can't really show you guys. But at the halfway point, it actually bugged, and Kayla the Thing was actually stuck behind the wall, and I couldn't do anything about it. So I kind of gave up on that. But theoretically, you could beat her if she did not bug the outside of the map, and it will probably take about an hour or two. So there you go. I can definitely say I did everything I could on this one. God, man, I want to say this boss gave me a brain aneurysm.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think my brain just committed suicide.
Alright, so my fire boy here, General Sargus Ruck. He is definitely killable with Gale Kick. You can actually land your kick on his little weak spots. So it's doable. It takes a long time and a lot of different tries because the hitbox is ridiculously small. And you're going to be sitting there for about an hour or two just trying to get the arm or the chest or the back piece. It's definitely doable. I just got tired of it. I was sitting there for too long. I popped off his arm, got to the halfway point on his chest, and I could not land another hit in that area. I could have sworn I landed a hit so many times, but the game said, nope, nope, you're not hitting it. So kind of gave up on that one, but yes, it's doable, definitely. If I would have played for another 2 hours or so, I think I would have probably won. But no, I'm calling it off on this one. I did not kill him, but I definitely got him to halfway point. So I think you could definitely do this. It's doable. So it's a challenge that you can definitely do. Is it worth it? Definitely not. So, and now let me talk about the other bosses, like Lephantis. I was fighting Lephantis, and then I realized quickly that you can't really kill him with Gale Kick because the moment you get close to him, there's like an invisible wall barrier blocking you, so you can't hit him. Now there was a section in there for some reason I was able to damage him. I don't know how I did it, but he did take some damage. I think that was just probably a bug or something or some kind of glitch. But definitely it's really, I want to say it's impossible to basic attack him from that distance with Gale Kick because there's that invisible barrier up there. Now other bosses like the Jackal, same exact issue with Ambulance. You can't hit him with Gale Kick. You kind of just go right through him. So it's you can't pull it off. You Gale Kick him, you go right through. So that one's impossible as well. Now for Stalker and Acolytes, I have not tried those. I didn't really consider those bosses, but definitely I want to say you should be able to kill them as well, and it'll just take a lot of hits. Yeah, I mean, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you guys have any challenges for me to kind of take a look at, just let me know down in the comments down below. And once again, 100 subs coming pretty soon, so let me know what you guys want to do on that day. Because I'm thinking probably some kind of Twitch stream or some kind of review here. You guys let me know, and I'll see you all in the next video.